What is going on, everyone? Scion's here with the Everyday Grind. Today, I'm going to talk about Outriders. I'm going to do my first ever game review and want to share my thoughts and feelings with you guys, the viewer, the player. I'm not that super upper echelon top YouTuber, game streamer type person. I'm an everyday person like you. I'm an everyday gamer like you. That's why we call it the Everyday Grind. And today, I want to talk about what I thought about Outriders as a regular everyday player. Is it really worth $60? How does the gameplay feel? What's it like? You know, that's my hard-earned money. We're going to talk about that. But before we get started, I want you all to know that I stream on Twitch every day except Thursday and Sunday. I stream a lot of MMOs. Again, looter shooters, I love them. RPGs, I love them. If something new comes out and it looks like it's going to be really good, I'm going to be right there and come back to the channel to see if I do another game review, because I think I've got this thing down here. So here we go. Is $60 worth the price of this game for you to play? Let's go. So let's get into the gameplay. So right now I'm level 22. I've had about 20 hours of gameplay in this game so far. I'm absolutely loving it. I've only done the main storyline, no quests, no side quests. It's been great. So a lot of people have compared this game to Destiny 2, Diablo, Warframe. It's got a little bit of Warframe in it where the character sits in relation to the weapon. It's got some Diablo in it where you have to basically cover all corners of the map to harvest nodes, find chests, that kind of thing to maybe upgrade your gear, which I've been a little lucky on. And then again, you know, being able to change out the gear like Destiny 2, which I love because it's right up my alley. It's kind of my thing. I think that this game is kind of a combination of all three, and I think it's taken some of the best elements out of all three. And I think a lot of people also believe that as well. Now, there were some server issues, some big server issues when the game came out. And again, this all ties into, is this worth my money? Is this worth $59.99? With the server issues this weekend, I would say no. I would say I would have waited probably for it to go on sale, but I powered through. I made it through all of the server issues. But there's two schools of thought on the server issues, and I'm kind of in the middle. Right now, people are like, oh, you know, that's what you get when you buy an online game. You know, the servers are going to crash, and this is where it is. And these guys are working really hard, and they're working through the weekend, this holiday weekend, to make sure that the servers are working. Well, my thought process is this. Yes, you had some server issues, and you bet your ass for $60 for this game, for something that I bought that you sold to me. You're going to be there on the holiday weekend making sure I can play it. Yeah, that's a standard thing. That's a business thing. So yeah, again, they're working hard. I understand that. I'm not taking away their work, but I'm not going to give them a whole bunch of kudos for having to work through the weekend. That's a sad day, but that's what you do when your product isn't performing properly. However, the other school of thought is you should never have these issues. You paid $60. You can pay other companies to test your game, test your servers, and all that other stuff. And again, you know, as a development company, they probably don't have the, you know, the cash flow to be able to do that. I get that. I don't know how long they tested this for in the open market. I heard about the demo, but I wanted to wait. I didn't play the demo. I don't know how many people were playing the demo. I don't know the tests that they underwent during the demo. I have no idea. However, again, like I said, two schools of thought, and I'm kind of in the middle. Yes, I understand that there's going to be some server issues and some things you can't control. I totally, completely understand that. But I'm also not going to say, hey, you know, everything's okay. This is just how it is, because I don't, in my heart, believe that that's not how it is. I think that's just kind of an easy way out. But moving forward, I will give Square Enix, and I will give Outriders the props of being on Twitter saying, hey, you know what? We get it. We understand that we gave you a product that's not working. We're working on it right now. They were very transparent. They were very quick on talking to their player base, assuring them, hey, we're working on it. We know it's an issue and we're going to fix it for you. I really think that that's really a good thing. I think that game companies are starting to make the right changes and going in the right direction. Let's see, I just segued into that. So now let's talk about how I liked the game, how I liked the gameplay. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. One of the things I didn't like about the game is, as you can see, it's got kind of a Warframe kind of thing where your character's on the left. I prefer my character to be kind of more in the middle. But again, it wasn't something that I said to myself, well, I'm not going to play this game because that sucks. The game is good. The combat system is good. I like the abilities. I have only played one class. There's 3 classes, and I'm not even done with the first one. That's 20 hours in. Like, I've got 2 other classes to play. I've got all the side quests. Then once you're done, the end game is getting to these harder maps. And there's 15 harder maps, which obviously the faster, I guess, you do them is what I'm hearing, the better gear you get and all of those things. And again, there's different levels of this game as well, just like Diablo, where you have different harder versions of the game where you're going to get better gear. And I think that's great. So overall, my overall thoughts on Outriders right now, as it sits today, with me only playing 20 hours, is it's got me for at least another 20, probably more. But let's talk about time in game versus hours played, right? Money. We're talking about money. So you're looking at $59.99. A little steep for a game, that has server issues. But let's break it down by hour played. $2.99 I paid for 20 hours. Now, I'm not done. Like, there's a lot more in this game to go. I'm not even done with the main storyline yet. I'm just having fun, killing things and looting things, and it's great. So they're saying that there's at least 60 hours of gameplay in this game. I'm going to bet there's probably more. If you're doing, harder versions of the game, you're doing all 3 classes. If you're taking 60 hours and you're dividing that by 60, obviously that's a little less than $1 an hour, right? I'm going to say there might even be a little bit more. So you can't go out to a movie for that. You can't go out to dinner for that. You can't take anyone out on a date for that. If you're going out, first thing you're going to do is buy fuel. You're going to buy gas. Well, you're kind of screwed there. So yes, this is definitely worth your money, but it's not going to be worth your money if you're going to play it for 2 hours, decide you don't like it, and you're out that $59.99. However, I will also say that I still think it's worth it because it's a great game. As far as looter shooters go, and I've heard other higher level YouTubers, streamers say, hey, this is the best looter shooter I've ever played. This is really good. The only thing I've heard negative about the game so far is the server issues. Now, it's still early. We really don't know, how fast people are going to be able to get through the end game. I'm sure there's already somebody done. They've just absorbed it. You have to remember, these games, when they come out, and game players are really bad at this, they think that you have to absorb all of this gameplay right now, today. Like, as soon as I turn it on, I should already be at the end game. As game players, we need to be a little more frugal with our time, I think. Now, play the game how you want. Me, I don't need to rush through anything because there's a great story. There's great voice acting. I want to experience it. I want to know the stories. I want to know who's being a jackass. I want to know who's really going to be the hero. I want to know who's going to screw me over. It's fun. It's a fun storyline. So yes, Scion's 100% seal of approval on this game. It is worth $59.99. And if you can't afford it, I would wait for the game to go on sale. I would assume it will at some point. So yes, so if you've liked this video, please like and subscribe down below. Again, this is my first take on Outriders, my first, hey, is this worth the money to play video? And again, I'm going to tell you yes. I can't tell you enough yes. It's been a great game. Also, don't forget, you can catch me on Twitch. I stream every day except Thursday and Sunday. I spend that time with my wife, usually. And hop into the channel. Come on in, check us out. Let's talk about games. Let's talk about not necessarily the game I'm even playing, but we can talk about anything games. Come on in, enjoy your escape from reality for a little while. That's it for me, everyone. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.